Hey everybody, Chris here. That was a little fun intro that Snoop Dogg did a couple years ago. Just pulled it out. Thought I would share that. Those who hadn't seen it before, definitely give a thumbs up for Snoop Dogg. Yes, he is a Dogecoin fan. So what about you? Are you a Dogecoin fan? Are you bullish? Are you bearish? How are you feeling about Dogecoin in October? So we will be talking about that. As always, if you haven't already subscribed, please do that as well and join the channel if you want to be part of the Kriss Pack's crypto DCA portfolio and be able to profit off of the profits of your share, which I will be giving out in Dogecoin. So with that out of the way, let me drop down here to the corner and we'll see what's going on this morning. All the crypto fanboys were out. If you were on YouTube and you were watching any of the live streams or any of the videos made this morning, everybody was, woo-hoo-hoo, it's October. Bull market has started. Not so fast. Not so fast. So we had what some may call a retracement, some may call a dip, but we certainly saw that this afternoon with this dip. And Doge came back and touched 6.1 cents before recovering back. Bitcoin was trading up over 28,000. Of course, all the Bitcoin fanboys were all, woo-hoo-hoo, Bitcoin 28K. And it's dropped back down. So we do have that going on. And Bogdan is asking about becoming a member. That's not Patreon, that is YouTube. So for that, since you asked, go to my YouTube channel and there's a join button right there. There's a join button. You click that and that is how you join the channel. And with that, not only to get a little check mark next to your name and in the chat it shows up in green, but you also get to use these fun other little emojis, and I will be adding more emojis as more people become members. That's how that works. So thank you, Bulldozer. All for the dips. All for the dips. And Mark, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. So Bitcoin at 27.8 and could come back up over 28,000 or could dip below back down to 27.5. We'll be watching that. And Doge at 6.2 cents. Again, where's this going to go from here? We'll be talking about that today. Overall, if I zoom out on the Doge chart, we look at the 4-hour chart. Yeah, not great. With the little run we had yesterday and then retracing back down. And even on the daily, what you get is basically you get this bearish engulfing candle here. So you get that green candle coming up and then you get the bear red candle coming back down. So that's not good. It'd be much better if at the end of the day, Dogecoin was back up at least at 625, 626, then you don't have what's called that engulfing candle. So we will be watching that tonight on the chart. Overall, Dogecoin, it does outperform some key rivals, though. May not be keeping up with Bitcoin like most coins, because if you look at the Bitcoin dominance, you will see that has been up. Over the past 2 days, Bitcoin dominance has been rising, now at 50.6%. And so that means that the relationship between Dogecoin and Bitcoin is steadily going down. However, if you look at Dogecoin versus, let's say, SHIB, you will see that the SHIB Doge has been going down. If we look at like the 4-hour chart here, we can see that since like the middle of August, that SHIB versus Doge is going down to the tune of about 10%. So Dogecoin has outperformed SHIB by 10% over the past month plus. So yeah, that's what we were looking at. And with Dogecoin now, we could see a run up still, but right now it's looking a little bearish to me. So I would like to know what you guys think. And I'm going to do a little poll here. And the poll is, the question is, do you, let's see, no, let's get out of that. Do you see Dogecoin in October being more bearish or bullish? So we will try that out. So that's my first poll. So go ahead and let me know what you think about that. And I need to minimize that, get that out of the way. And we'll see how that poll goes. Just for October. We're just looking a month ahead. We'll see how that goes. So Dogecoin, low volatility, was rising Monday. This was this morning, right up till noontime. Is it time to cash out? So when Investors Observer said, is it time to cash out at 1 o'clock today? That was the time to cash out. Because that was right before the big dip there that happened. Again, just for traders and those that are maybe doing a little swing trading, that would have been the move after Doge started kind of drifting down to sell and then buy back in on the dip. You'd get a little bit of a scalp there, just for those that were trading. But that's what trading does, right? There was, last night when this had this run up, it couldn't sustain yet because we're not in the bull market yet. But overnight, when there was the secondary run that came up higher, Doge touched up to 6.42. That was looking pretty good. And if we zoom out and we look at that 6.42, that's what we were hitting right back here in early September, was 6.42. That same line. Couldn't overcome it. Rejected a couple times. Came back down. Now it's the first time we've hit that again. So some could see that as being positive because this could be a dip and then we follow and move right back up and retest 642 again. So we'll be watching that. But there are certainly a lot of sellers right here between 642 and 65 right now. because they don't believe we're in a bull market and they're just going to sell as soon as Doge comes up and hits that level again. So that's what that is looking like. So crypto market analysis, SHIB and Doge prices decline following selling pressure at key resistance. So that's that key resistance line that I just looked at. And that's what we have. Bitcoin resistance at 28.5, taking a dip, and it has dipped actually below 28K now, is what Bitcoin has dipped. Similarly, meme coin sector, Dogecoin, experiencing the same challenges, currently experiencing slight declines near their resistance points as sellers find opportunities from price spikes. That's just traders being traders, right? Price goes up, they sell. Price goes down, they buy back in. Howdy, Toss. How are you? Bulldozer hit exactly my average. That's right where your average is. That's too bad. Well, when the price was spiking up this morning, guess what? Our Kriss DCA portfolio, of which I've put in 10,000, now at 9,756. Well, guess what? It went over 10,000 right here. Look at that. $10,026. We were positive there for a few minutes. We had finally overcome the poor performance by XRP and was in the positive and then came back down. So that's a good sign, though. First time we are above 10K. Where will this portfolio go from here? And how much of a profit are we going to have on this $10,000 portfolio? Like I said, if it gets to 50,000 in the bull market and we sell at 50K, that would be Dogecoin coming from 6 cents to 24 cents, right? That would be a 4K, right? Do you think Dogecoin is going to hit 24 cents in the next bull market? Well, if Dogecoin hits it and all the other coins here hit it, of which Dogecoin, by the way, is now about 39% of the overall portfolio is Doge. But if the rest of these coins also do a 4x, the whole portfolio evens out at 4x. That means instead of $10,000, right, we'd have $40,000. We sell that for a $30,000 profit. I keep 15,000 and I give 15,000 to you guys in Dogecoin. That's what I'm doing with this. So all it takes is the bull market to start. And I know we need to be patient. We got a ways to go. But right now, what do you guys think for October? If you haven't voted in the poll yet, please do. And we'll see what that looks like as we go forward. So if you invested $1,000 in Dogecoin when Elon Musk offered to eat a Happy Meal on TV, here's how much you've had today. Now, we've been looking at these Benzinga articles, and they do these like once a week, right? If you'd invested at this time, this is how much you'd have now. Last week, we were looking at the one that was in when Joe Biden took his office of presidency in January of 2021, and Dogecoin was less than a penny. You'd have a crap ton of Dogecoin now. But here, this would be when Elon Musk offered McDonald's to eat a Happy Meal on TV. That was in January of 2022. He proposed eating a Happy Meal on television if McDonald's accepted Dogecoin as a payment option. This was long before he bought Twitter. So he tweeted that out. And then McDonald's didn't get the joke at all. And they were going to create this Grimace coin or something. And they were just off. They were just off completely. And then, of course, somebody did actually create a Grimace coin, and it was a rug pull or something, and it was bad. Because that's what happens, right? Well, what was the price of Dogecoin in January of 2022? The price was 14 cents, 14.4 cents at the time. So if you had invested $1,000 in Dogecoin in January of 2022, it would only be worth 440 bucks today. You'd be down over half. So looking at the daily chart of Dogecoin, and you look back at 2022, this is where Dogecoin was, right here at 14 cents. Now, I was not buying Dogecoin then because I knew about the 4-year cycles. Dogecoin was in a downtrend. 2022, not looking like a good year. So, and Dogecoin did have a couple little pumps. They had that one there, and Dogecoin actually pumped up to about 19, almost 20 cents, and then came right back down to 12 cents. Dogecoin was trading quite a bit up and down at that time, right up until May of 2022, when there was the big dip down to 6 cents. So, and you can see I've been charting all of this for quite a while, all of this, but this was bear market stuff. And so, yeah, if you were buying Doge in January of 2022, you don't understand the 4-year cycles. That wasn't the time to be buying. Sometimes they kind of play themselves out because a lot of people don't believe or believe that it is bear market. They're not going to buy, so there's more selling pressure and the price goes down. So it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy there. But yeah, that would be that's 50% down there from there. So again, it all depends on when you buy, right? Whether you're positive or negative of when you buy. If you're still holding Dogecoin up at those prices, you can be dollar cost averaging down here in the 6s, and you can be bringing your average price down. That's how most people do it. I'm just saying. That's how most people do it. Right now, this daily bearish engulfing candle here is not looking great. Not looking great right now on the Doge chart. There was some good news in crypto today. Honda accepts crypto payments like Ripple and Dogecoin thanks to FCF Pay. I'm surprised this wasn't a bigger deal with Doge, but I think now we've in the Doge world, we've gotten to the point where when these things come out, we understand that it's this third party processor that's accepting a bunch of different cryptos, and they usually convert it to fiat, and it just gets away from the whole thing about getting away from the banks and fiat money. But you can purchase a Honda using Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, XRP, Doge, Sheeb, and many more. And with this tweet, they included a chart for all the currencies that you could use. I mean, you can buy it with Pepe. Maybe that's what pissed off like the Dogecoin community after seeing this. It's like, if you can use your Pepe to buy a Honda, what's so special about Dogecoin? I don't know. Overall, for cryptos, though, and what Honda is doing, they specifically had this F1 racing NFT giveaway that they had. That was in Japan during the Formula One Honda and Red Bull event. So Honda is getting into NFTs and cryptocurrency, and they're accepting cryptocurrency for a car or a bike. That's pretty cool. Now, if Tesla would turn around and start accepting Bitcoin and maybe even Dogecoin, that would be huge too. So if Honda's doing it, Tesla can do it. So that's pretty cool. Dogecoin price could hit 8 cents again if this trade plays out well. Prevailing market conditions did not appear to be in favor of the bulls. So, and that's what we saw today. Rejected, retraced down, could come back down to 6.05. That would be a low. But right now, maybe Dogecoin won't see 605 again. We could see, based on this chart, that from 6 cents like we had here, get that back into white there. This came down to 610. That's a higher low. So if there's another dip that comes down and it doesn't dip below 610, that would be great. That would look like strong rising support for Dogecoin. And then eventually, if Dogecoin could then, maybe do something like this, come back, retest 642, which we could see, and then maybe sell off a little bit more, but then come up over 642, that would be awesome. That would be an awesome bullish trade for the first week of October, and I think would set up Dogecoin for a positive trading month for October. That's the kind of trading that I would like to see. Higher lows, overcome this resistance line, and then trade up more. So that's the bearish. That's the bullish outlook. The bearish outlook, which would take this sort of low, and I'll draw this in red here. And instead of this, what we would see instead is maybe a somewhat of a rise, and then Dogecoin comes down and retests 6. Maybe a bit sideways, and then might drop again below. That would be the bearish outlook. So there's a bullish outlook. There's a bearish outlook for the first week of October. That's how Dogecoin could trade. So we will be watching that through the week and see how this goes going forward. So many, one more good dip and off to the races? Maybe. We still have about $600 to invest in our portfolio because we're not fully loaded up yet. I still have 6% of USDT in the portfolio ready to buy. Always good to keep a little bit of dry powder on hand just in case we get that last dip. And so we'll be watching for that. And if we do have a dip down here, we'll be buying. Now, if you recall last week when I was looking at some of the other bearish predictions for October, we had Changelly, and Changelly is still looking at this, where Doge could trade up around between 6.2 and 6.3, and then sometime in mid-October come down and potentially challenge 5.5 cents. That would be a big dip. So that's what Changelly is saying. They are looking bearish for the month of October for Doge. Many of us look at this as a buying opportunity, but personally, I would just rather see it go up right now. But we got to see how it goes. So Doge prices often experience a bullish push with the rise in positive market sentiments backed by mentions over platforms. However, they remain short-lived as the levels drop back to their initial stage. And that's what we're seeing. Retests a level and then comes back down. So Presently, the crypto market sentiments are somewhat positive as Bitcoin trades around 28K, indicating the possibility of hitting 30K. Therefore, if Bitcoin surpasses 30K, we could expect the Doge price to also rise. And we could see then Dogecoin coming up above 6.5 and maybe even over 7 cents in that scenario. So that would be very bullish for Dogecoin. You can see my theme today, right? Bullish or bearish, right? Bullish or bearish. That's the bullish theme. We could see Bitcoin coming up over 30K, Dogecoin up over 7 cents. Bring it on, right? Bring it on. However, we got the bears though, and the bears may pull this back down. And that was in this one here, Dogecoin price analysis. So conversely, to counter the upward trajectory, bears would need to pull the price below 5.9 cents. If they succeed, the meme coin could descend to the next significant support level at 5.5. So this is the bearish view that Changeley is looking at, maybe playing out in October, would be the bears. So that's what's going on right now. We're at this really kind of an inflection point right now. I think we've seen this run up of Dogecoin and then rejected at 642, coming down. And where is Doge going to trade from here? Positive or not? So what does the poll say? So if we look at the poll, we've got 85% bullish for our poll. 85% bullish. Not too bad. So I'm with you guys. I'm feeling bullish. I think that this is just trading. This is, some overbuying as this was going up, a little premature celebration of October, right? But we're not in bull market yet. So you get the selling pressure, some profit taking, maybe even a little shorting going on here when Doge presses up, and then we get a retest down. So as the week goes on, we'll be watching. Are we feeling bullish or are we feeling bearish? So we'll watch this. I'll keep these marks on here like I always do. Show you what we think. I'll have a video on Tuesday, and then we'll be live again Wednesday at 5 o'clock Eastern time. That's Boston time. So look forward to seeing you all then. Until then, stay well. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.